What is up, everybody? To Reverse here today, and we have to talk about this Hi-Fi Rush review that came from Metro UK. This is a gaming journalist site from the UK, and they are like the equivalent cringe levels of Kotaku that's in the US. So apparently, they gave their review of Hi-Fi Rush. They gave it an 8 out of 10, so you see nothing wrong with this, right? 8 out of 10 is a pretty good score. When you read the actual like notes and details about this review process of this game, that's when it gets super cringy, apparently. So let's see why Metro gave this game an 8 out of 10. Hi-Fi Rush has not been ignored, which is a good job because it's the best exclusive on the Xbox Series X. Admittedly, that's not saying much, given it's also the first Xbox Series X exclusive to be published by Microsoft themselves. Now here is the kicker right here, the part that's highlighted in red, that's underlined in red. The Wasteland, that has been the Xbox release schedule for the last few years, limits the accolades we can give the game. So, for one thing, it hasn't been a wasteland for the past few years. You had 2022, which was still pretty much a dry year for Xbox first party content. That's 1 year. 2021 was an amazing year for Xbox. So you have 1 year, but it's just fascinating. They say a few years. And then because apparently they had that dry year, they just we gotta take some points off for the game. Apparently, like what? What type of review process is that? What type of logic is that? Because the last year was dry of content, we gotta make sure that Xbox learns their lesson and docks this game points. When they're like, that doesn't make any sense. When you review a game, you're reviewing that game. Like, what is this extra stuff? So this Metro, I don't know too much about this website, but it's just laughable that anybody takes this website seriously at this point, especially with making a statement like that. It's just ridiculous. It's like, wow. So people have been going off about this review because it just makes no sense. Just the logic on how they deducted points from this game that has nothing to do with game. Then they deducted points for the game for nothing has to do anything with this game. So it doesn't make any sense. But this guy says, LOL, what the hell kind of logic is this? I'm going to refrain from giving a game that I enjoyed is due because Xbox hasn't released many games recently. Peak reviewing by Metro. Does this journalist know that he's reviewing the game and not the platform? Maybe he's confused. Like maybe he thought he was reviewing Xbox in general as a whole. I don't know. That is the first time I've ever seen something like this where you take points off of a game because of the rest of the consoles, I guess, review the exclusive games that come out that year. It's just weird. Then you have somebody else who made the statement about it too. Look at the idiocracy here. Their logic here is that since the Xbox release hasn't been hidden as they should in the past, they can't probably give Hi-Fi Rush its due credit. Things like this from the Metro UK is why so many don't like or trust journalists anymore. Yeah. It's just like, well, it's just some very bizarre things that they're putting out here, these journalists recently. Metro UK, Hi-Fi Rush is amazing, but we won't give it the score it deserves because Xbox has no games, pretty much. That's what they're trying to say. Good thing players already know how amazing Hi-Fi Rush and can't be deceived. This is exactly why shadow dropping Hi-Fi Rush on Xbox Game Pass was a good move. Most people get to play it, and as a result, it will indirectly expose a lot of game review media outlets. Yeah. It definitely seemed pretty biased to write like a think piece like that. What type? Like, it's just like fascinating. It just truly is at this point. Like, that is disappointing. Probably the most disgusting thing a publication can with a straight face say. Nonetheless, Xbox should take all forms of constructive feedback and make sure a repeat of 2022 does not happen, especially coming off of a big publisher of the year in 2021. Yeah, because a lot of these game journalists or fanboys don't try to ignore the 2021 year that Xbox did have and how they received being a publisher of the year from that. So you can't say they didn't have any games for the previous years. You can say that previous year, but not years in general, because that just wouldn't make any sense. But this is like the first time I've ever seen anything like this, though. To be honest, like we're gonna reduce a game's score because the system didn't have that many exclusive games come out. Like that doesn't make any sense. This is why Shadow Drop and Hi-Fi Rush was the best move, rendering these reviews useless. 8 out of 10 is still a pretty great review, to be honest. What's the problem? So this guy doesn't see the problem with this. Like 8 out of 10 is a good score, but you don't see the problem with this type of score. Like he's taking points off and immediately taking points off because that no other they didn't have that many exclusives come out. That doesn't make any sense. But then again, he does have an Ellie avatar, so there's definitely some bias going on with this comment right here. As a PlayStation gamer, this is horrible. Yeah. Welcome to the PlayStation reviews, bro. What things unrelated to the game impact the score? No, what is? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I wish he would give an example to further prove his point, but I don't know what he's talking about. What things outside the game impacts the score? They're not a journalism outlet, and all honesty, 99% of everything they post is opinion pieces. I'm not too familiar with the Metro UK, so probably that is what's going on here, because it doesn't make any sense for a gaming journalist site to do. Funny thing is, this always happens with PlayStation games, but we don't go out and bark about it. Once again, somebody says the same comment that PlayStation games are judged unfairly outside of things that's outside the game's control, but once again, there's no proof of this. They just say it without any proof, so it could be some validity to their statement. Like I don't see any things that happen where PlayStation games will just score lower because of things outside the game's parameters or whatever. So, the level of BS is just amazing. There's no correlation. This is just a dumb statement. Oh, yeah. It's just fascinating. Like, it's just getting laughable at this point. Like people take gaming journalists serious at this point. Other people have stated that this is not a actual. I don't know. I guess not an actual outlet, a gaming journalist outlet. I don't know. Just a think piece website. But then again, if Metacritic, if their stuff is doing ads to Metacritic, then it is a gaming journalist site, so it should be taken seriously though. Like. Games are no longer based on its overall enjoyment and traditional factors, but by the state of its publishers' punctualities. I swear you can't make this crap up. Yeah. This person just says, what? Yeah. I think that's the expression from a lot of people when they read a review like this. This review should be removed from the website if a Metacritic truly had respect for the review. Yeah, they truly. Like, they should definitely get reprimanded. Like, if Metacritic wants to take itself seriously, they should definitely reprimand this site because this just makes zero sense. This is so crap. Imagine you're a dev and put your blood, sweat, and tears into a friendly special game, and some a-hole does this. The industry can be so gross sometimes. Yeah. It's actually unbelievable this made over the editor's desk. I am truly asking for an explanation here. How is this an acceptable gauge of a game? I don't know. Yeah, the fact that somebody the editor just said okay this, and the fact that we're not hearing any pushback from Metacritic or like anybody else in the game industry like calling this out, like what is this nonsense? Metro is a tabloid paper that will add to the constant wars on both sides for the money. They truly don't care. But then again, if that is true, then why are they even add on Metacritic then? If that's the case. Metro UK capped its Hi-Fi Rush review score at an 8 because Xbox had no games last year. So if that's the case, Spider-Man 2 should be capped at an 8 because no matter how great it may be, because PlayStation doesn't have much coming this year. Facts. Because outside of Spider-Man 2, PlayStation doesn't have too many first-party content other than their VR, which is like... I got a video about that too coming up where it's like, it's not... I don't know. People probably aren't expecting too much from the VR system, so... But just fascinating that this is what gaming journalism is nowadays. And if they're not a gaming journalist site, if they want to be a tabloid or whatever, they just spread tabloid nonsense, then they shouldn't be on Metacritic then if that's the case. Bro, this is the equivalent of me giving a PlayStation exclusive a low score because infamous Sly Cooper and Killzone haven't gotten a sequel in a decade. Okay. Paid by Sony. Reviewing the publisher's release cadence and marking a game scored down for that? That doesn't make any sense, but you know, that is Metro for you. What does other games on the platform have to do with Hi-Fi Rush? Rate the game on its own merits. If you truly love the game, give it a high score and send Xbox a message. Don't punish it for the past. What kind of craphousery journalism is this? Any excuse to deduct. It's getting sad how hard they're trying to downplay this game. Like, just give it. If you're gonna give it like, just you might as well give it a 10 out of 10 at that point. Like, if you really like the game, it doesn't make any sense to deduct points because of whatever the platform is doing. Like, it's just dumb. But I'm gonna conclude it right here. This is by far one of the most craziest reviews I have seen, and just the thinking process for giving a game a 8 out of 10, lowering the score of a game. This is pretty bizarre to me, but I am not surprised day by day because more people are waving that Sony fanboy flag, even if it affects their jobs. Because if they're going to be taken seriously as a gaming journalist site, what is this nonsense right here? Why is it not being caught up by other journalists if this is the case? Like, it's just getting crazier and crazier. But I'm going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.